Hey yo, it's Hip Hop DJ Eternal 88. What's going on, y'all? So we got breaking news. Lil Baby brings out YFN Lucci at a show in Atlanta. These pictures on the screen right now are the proof. And if you go on YFN Lucci's Instagram, it shows them Lil Baby bringing out YFN Lucci, them shaking hands, and the crowd going absolutely crazy. Now, if you know your history, you know this is a really big deal for Atlanta because YFN Lucci, YFN, and 4PF is the reason that they had a beef, and that was the reason that Lucci was in jail to begin with. The part where he says on his song, January 31st, threw my man out, about how he threw his man out the car. Well, he was talking about when him and his homies allegedly went and did a drive-by on 4PF allegedly. This old blog right here will tell you the little story just real quick, basically. And so y'all know I'm not bullshitting. It definitely, everybody knows though, but let's get it.
YFN Lucci somehow became active with 4PF. On January 10th, 2020, YFN Lucci and a group of 4PF members apparently got into some disagreement at a strip club in Atlanta. It's not sure if it was Magic City, but it seems in the way that it was described, it could have been. He more than likely had an issue with them for all the reasons that we talked about earlier. The next day, Miami rapper CP3, another shooter named James Adam, then decided to pull up over to Oakland City to look for his ops and commit the worst drive-by of all time. For some genius reason, they thought it was a good idea to pull up in their own car. You know, even dumber than registering a rental car in your name, and try to murk members of 4PF. Unfortunately, they returned fire, killing James Adams, who was then thrown out of the car and left at the scene.
Shout out to Lucci, shout out to Lil Baby. It's a real big deal for ATL. I read in the comment section underneath the YFN Lucci post, like people were saying stuff in there like, oh, Thug probably respects Lucci now because he could have told on the 4PF guys and didn't. You know what I mean? I seen a bunch of comments how big this is for Atlanta if you know your history. So that's dope that they did that, man. I definitely respect it and salute it. And I think that YFN Lucci got January 31st. That's the best song of the year without a doubt. He came home and made a smash hit. Salute to him. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But then, yo, check this out. We got some other shit. We got Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner got a divorce in less than 2 months, y'all. Let's get it.
You got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing, right. Honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world.
They were just so lovey-dovey. They were going to basketball games together. Now, she did say since they're Muslims, they got 90 days, or because of their religion, they got 90 days to see if they want to reconcile or see if she's pregnant or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that's kind of wild. They divorced already. I hope Kevin Gates gets back with Dreka, man. Dreka, she's different. She just has that look to her like, damn, that'd be like a woman you would want to marry. You know what I'm saying? She just seems like so wholesome and shit. I don't know how to say it like the right way, but like, yeah, man, Dreka Gates is different. She's bad. So, but yeah, they're divorced already less than 2 months. That didn't last long at all, y'all. Everybody was like low-key happy for him. I even was. I was like, damn, they seem real happy. Like, but nah, that shit did not last very long, y'all. But then we got Adin Ross speaking on Drake's new album, his upcoming album. And I'm going to let him tell y'all. Let's get it.
Yes. I can't talk too much, but yes, the new album is going to be amazing. The fuck you want me to say, bro? Yes, the new album it's going to be really good. I think it's very, 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 very important album for Drake's career. and I'll explain why after. But that shit tough.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree with Adin Ross. I think this is a very important album for Drake's career too, because he just put out that sing song album with Party Next Door. It was dope, you know what I mean? But we want to hear Drake rapping after he just lost the battle to Kendrick Lamar, and he lost. So he's gonna have to come back with some very, very good music, some big hits, or else it might not never be the same for Drake again, y'all. And that's just facts. Everybody knows that. If he don't come with something strong, I don't know, man. He might as well just cancel Drake's whole career because Kendrick killed him. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but that's the truth. So this is a big album for his career. I agree with Adin Ross. Then one more thing before we get out of here, y'all. We got Diddy. We got Hitmaka talking about Diddy. Ray J's interviewing him, and Hitmaka reveals what made him and Diddy fall out, y'all. Let's get it.
Berg stood his ground on Diddy. I tried to get Berg to squash his beef with Diddy. That nigga was like, fuck no, I'm my own nigga. I'm about to get on my own yacht. I'm about to go do my own songs with my own team. I don't give a fuck about Everman.
Story. Hey, yo, look, so like, this why, like, Diddy be doing some real wild shit.
Shout out to Diddy.
I think, he said something wild that I can't even really say on stream.
You got to.
Bro, he was like, come here, you little pretty motherfucker. Come here, you little pretty motherfucker. I was like,
well, at the end of the day, bro, like,
no.
nah, like,
so I'm like, we at his crib, we at Star Island. I'm like, huh? He like, yo, I made motherfuckers forget that such and such was this. Imagine when I put my arms around your little fine ass. I said, what?
I used to hear that Hitmaka didn't bow down to Diddy. They was beefing. He was like, oh, I ain't worried about Diddy. And that's why. He called him a pretty little motherfucker. Like, come on, man, you wildin'. Called him fine, all type of stuff. Yo, Diddy was a different type of dude. I was just talking to my son earlier. I'm like, yo, as soon as like all this stuff really started to come out, and then you heard, now every time I go back and listen to all the songs I grew up on and shit, where Diddy's in the background like, take that, I'll be like, damn, bro. Like, all them songs are ruined for me now, you know? It's a damn shame. And there's a lot of good songs where Diddy's in the back, take that. You know what I mean? It's like, now it's like you hear it, you're like, damn, I don't even want to hear this no more. Yo, this guy is foul. Even if he ain't guilty for whatever they're trafficking women or whatever, even if he ain't guilty for that, he's guilty of being a weirdo and a piece of shit, man. Yo, Diddy's not a good person, y'all. But shout out to Hitmaka for standing up to him, excuse me. And shout out to Ray J, man. Ray J's funny as hell, yo. For real, yo. But anyway, make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe. Follow me on IG. We out.